Hello, and welcome back to more Slay the Princess. How many princesses will we slay tonight? So, I did peek. I did see that there are 3 possible tiers of chapters. I don't want to say 3 possible chapters because obviously we've seen that the chapter titles, at least, oh, here she comes. Hello, ma'am. So, let me just scoot my chair and get a little cozier. So the chapter titles obviously differ a bit. So 3 tiers. That's the deal here. Yeah. So I am curious to see how this goes. How do we know once we're done? That is my biggest question now, is when do I know that I'm complete? But let's get into it. Let me know, what's your snacks and drinks today? I'm just drinking some water, and it is dark and stormy out right now.
And in the basement of that cabin, you're here.
We got the princess. Let's see, can't somebody else do it? Have you considered I'm okay? Do I get a reward? Yeah, let's see. Oh, okay, thanks for telling me what to do.
It's all part of the job.
I don't think I've said
you
that
make
before.
your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find a warning. She will lie. We're not going to go through with this, right? Ignore him.
I mean, we've done all that before.
The interior of the cabin is almost a blade.
Okay, so let's take the blade. Let's
The
enter.
door to the base. Her voice. She sounds. Don't let it.
Oh, are you now? Why don't you come down and let me take a look?
Great job. You gave away the element of surprise.
We love
Good
to do
luck.
that.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the. She's focus on the task at hand.
You weren't kidding when you said you were here to kill me.
Okay.
You step
Just try
forward.
that.
Oh, I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife
Okay,
is so,
I think we've heard
you
her say
should
this.
just drop it.
She's unarmed.
Are you sure she's not armed? What if she isn't bluffing? What if she kills us? Let's try to drop the blade.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clap.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just...
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face. Unarmed. We'll be fine. I don't know what you're
Yeah,
hoping
we're
to
fine.
accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor.
Okie dokie.
You're going to need it.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
I know, right? Yeah, it's pretty awkward. A relationship. Are you coming on to me? How would I get you out of here? I'm here because you're supposed to end the world. There's people out there who thinks you're going to end the world. What do you have to say about that? Yeah, let's try that
Don't
coming
jump
on
to
to
any
me.
weird conclusions. We're 2 people who have met each other. By definition, we have a relationship.
Ooh. How am I supposed to get you out of here? What's your name? How long have you been down here? Do you know why I'm here to... Okay, we've talked enough. What's your name?
She hesitates before answering.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
Okay.
Note the lack of detail.
Let's see. How long have you been down here?
Too long.
Again,
Fair.
she offers no specifics. No matter how hard you try, you'll never get a straight answer out of her.
Okay. Do you know why I'm here to kill you?
Do you?
You're apparently going to end the world. I know what I've been told. Whether or not I believe it is an entirely different matter. Okay.
So, you're not going to share? How pointless. If you want to talk, I'll talk. But this isn't talking.
What is this? Okay. How do I get you out of here? Okay, we talked enough.
You can't. Don't bother.
Okay.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here, and if there isn't, well, we can always put that knife to good use.
Her sharp eyes settle on the edge. She isn't suggesting what I think she's suggesting. She is. I'm sure of it.
Okay. Yeah, there's
Don't
people who
just
say you're
tell
gonna
her that.
end the world.
That's cute. Do you believe that? Do you think I'm some sort of monster?
If
I'm
you're a
supposed to be
monster, what does that
capable
make
of
me?
ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so dangerous?
No. Okay, we could deflect. What are you going to do if I let you out of here? I've been told enough. I was hoping you'd tell me. No, but I'm sure they have their reasons for keeping that information secret. No, if I'm being honest, I'm more inclined to trust you than I am inclined to trust them.
Sooner or later, you'll understand that I have your best interests at heart. Hopefully sooner.
How sweet. Now be a pal and help me get out of here, would you? We could figure out how to deal with them after I'm free.
Interesting.
Doubt, unfortunately, clouds your... A moment of distraction and hesitation is all she needed to sidestep your thrust and deliver a catastrophic blow to your jaw. It feels like you've been hit with a sledgehammer. You can feel bone grinding. Holy shit, that! Though she's unarmed. The shock
Dang.
of that first strike is enough to stagger you, putting you and your blade slap. We can still turn this around.
I can just give up.
Serious. As internal bleed, you lacked the will to finish the job. Your bruised and broken body falling to its knees before her. The princess, exhausted,
Alright, so this is a new ending.
chest heaving with heavy breaths, tosses the blade away from you. This is the end, isn't it?
Is
The
this
end, my
really
friend,
the best
the
you
end.
could do? Look at you. Completely broken. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little disappointed.
She plants her foot on your
Oh, no.
chest and pushes you onto your back.
Mommy's gonna
the air
step
leaving
on me.
your lungs in a heavy puff. And then she
Rude.
brings her knee to your throat.
Oh, dang.
She leans into it with the kind of weight you didn't think her slight frame could possibly possess, shattering your windpipe and leaving you starved for...
That's too bad. I
Listen,
was looking forward
even
to
if she's
some
100
company.
pounds, 100 pounds being pressured onto your throat's kind of, or, well, I guess on your chest, you know, if it's the right way.
Everything goes dark, and
And
you
we
die.
die. The tower, this is a new one.
You're on a path in the woods.
What is, okay, cool. I was wondering about that. I was like, are we getting, is there like, oh, dang. Every single bit. Cool.
You're here to slay...
Okay. Deja vu. Wait, this already happened, but I died. She's going to kill me again.
People don't die twice. You haven't even met the princess, and I hardly think she'd be capable of killing someone as skilled and courageous as yourself. If he doesn't
Okay.
remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. You know I can hear you, right? What does it matter?
already
what
had
he
that.
knows? She is not going to kill you unless you let her.
Let's assume I'm telling the truth. Okay. Let's just proceed.
A warning. She will lie. We might as well just... Can we tone down the pessimism? I'm not being a pessimist.
Oh,
I'm
voice
just
of the
being
broken.
realistic.
New voice. Yeah.
Being annoying. Just ignore their bickering, and whatever you do, don't pledge yourself to her. I
Okay.
cannot stress enough how absolutely catastrophic that would be for everyone.
Let's pledge
yourself
ourselves.
included. I agree. If she's wrongfully imprisoned, then we should rescue her, but if he's telling the truth, we shouldn't just hand her the world. Rescue her? Given the stakes of the situation, there isn't really a difference between rescuing her and pledging yourself to her. Either would be terrible, so please try to ignore both of those knuckleheads and focus on...
Okay, let's
If
proceed.
that's what you want. I guess I don't have a say here.
I'm hoping that the cabin changed again. Let's see. Fingers crossed. What looks... What?
The interior of the cabin
Oh.
is larger and more grandiose than its humble
Whoa.
exterior would suggest. The only furniture of note is a massive marble altar with a pristine blade
Whoa.
perched on its edge.
A whole ladder to get up
The
there.
blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do... Why do we feel so... We don't feel small. We are small.
Oh, voice of broken. Yeah, let's just approach the mirror.
Walk up
Not
to the wall
even...
next to the basement door. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer.
It's not going to be anything
Reach
again.
forward and
Okay.
rub your hand against the cabin wall. We should count ourselves lucky. Some things are better left.
Do we take the blade though, or do we just go in? I'm trying to think about what she's gonna be like down there. She's very upsetty spaghetti last time. But we did give up. Let's just enter.
No blade this time. Blade. No blade.
Yeah,
The
it
door to
don't
the
matter.
basement creaks
Oh,
open,
we got some
revealing a spiral
spirals.
staircase. Its steps almost as deep as you
We're
are tall.
spiraling out of control.
The smell of incense drifts up from below. For a moment, you almost feel at ease. Huh. This is actually kind of nice.
Okay.
It's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her booming voice rolls up the stairs.
Is that a guest I hear?
Oh.
Don't linger on the stairs. Come down and witness.
You weren't
Oh,
kidding when you
she's-
said it was booming. She wasn't like this last time. You shouldn't have
We
come
got a
down
new
here
voice of
unarmed.
hers.
We need to get down there. She wants us to see her. We need to see her. Should
we
we
though?
be worried about your sudden change in attitude? Just a few minutes ago, you were going on about how pointless everything was. Now you want to go down there. It doesn't matter what that little voice says. He's not the one making the decisions. Though if his
Sorry,
ramblings
y'all, I
get you
just
to the
tapped
princess,
on the
they
desk.
get you to the princess.
All right, let's go down to the
Making your way
princess.
down the spiral staircase
Making my way
is a time-consuming
downtown.
and exhausting effort, every step requiring you to clamber over one edge before dropping to the next. But soon the end comes into view, and you tumble to the bottom, entering
Uh-oh.
the vast, temple-like room
wanna see it.
beyond. The princess towers over
Whoa,
you,
she's like
almost glowing in the
ethereal.
weak starlight, her figure framed by a stained glass window. Her
Whoa!
long hair billows around her, and a chain binds her wrist to the far. The chain is nothing to her. It might as well be a toy for all the good it would do. I told you it was pointless to resist her.
The little bird has returned to me. I wonder what he wants.
I'm a burb.
I see your hands are empty. You've already given up, haven't you? You aren't even going to try and kill me. How sweet.
Do you have little like claws, or is that just
And more
they
than
are?
a little disappointing.
She's disappointed in us?
Oh.
Kneel.
Ooh. Okay.
On her command, you fall to the floor, knees painfully connecting with hard stone.
That's my good little bird. Now, why don't we talk?
Tweet tweet.
The last time we met, you told me I was destined to end the world. That thought wrapped itself around my heart. It has pulled
I
at me
love
since
this
the
form
moment
of
I
her.
squeezed the
Let's
life
go,
out of your
girl.
broken lungs. I could feel its fundamental truth awaken me. The collapse of the old is a necessary prelude to the birth of the new. And the world as it is now is overdue for alterations.
I read that as
It's time for me to
alliterations.
seize my
Like, wow.
destiny. And you, little bird,
Okay.
will help me seize it.
Well, that gives away the game, doesn't it? It certainly does. And beyond
Oh.
that, more than lends credence to our conversation in the woods. I don't love the thought that in some other reality you failed to destroy her, but what's done is done. I can only
What's
hope
done
it helped
is
you
done.
learn a valuable lesson.
Okay.
You are the only one who can deal with her. And if you don't, well, she's let you know what will happen, hasn't she? And you shouldn't have trusted us with her destruction. She is inevitable. God, he's being melodramatic, but he's not exactly wrong, is he? What are we supposed to do to stop her? Okay, first things first, you're going to have to stuff those pessimistic thoughts someplace far, far away and commit yourself to what needs to be done. The stakes of the situation should be perfectly clear to everyone now. And if you're going to save the world, you have to have faith that you can pull this off. You can't win a battle that you've already lost in your mind.
The subtitles were different than what he said. He said you have to have faith. It says you need to have faith. What would you have me do? What do you have planned? Just because you're supposed to end the world doesn't mean you actually have to do it. You can do or you can be whatever you want to be. I have questions for you before I decide to do anything. What happened to you after I died? I'm yours to command. I have questions.
Know the limits of your privilege, little bird.
I just had a question.
There's an empty place at my side for you to fill.
Okay.
If you'll have it. But it is not a place for an equal. It is a place for something worthy to be kept. A priest, perhaps. Or a pet.
I'm a pet priest? Okay. What would you have me do?
All you have to do is break these chains and set me free.
Sounds logical. You're so powerful, can't you just break them yourself? Just because you're supposed to end the world, yeah, let's go with that.
This isn't about desire. This is about what I am. And I have little interest in discussing destiny with one that cannot see the divine truth that shines in my heart.
That's fair.
Your will was so easily broken. Am I that magnificent?
You are.
All you need to do now is break my chains.
If this is what you want, then
Oh,
I guess there's not
this is
much
the
else
mommy
for me to
angle.
say. No, you can't just give in to her. Not when the stakes are so high. Not when you're so close. I won't let you do this.
There's still something in the way. A greasy film inside of you where it doesn't belong.
Is the narrator a greasy
Trying to
film inside of
conceal
me?
You from me. Is that a person? No, it used to be a person.
Oh.
It's something different now. An echo.
Oh, look at the hands behind her.
Is she talking about you? That's impossible. She's not supposed to be able to interact with me.
You're a small one, aren't
Aha! Ooh, hiccups.
you? A shriveling little worm stretched beyond its limits, trying to control things that it can't understand.
No.
Ooh.
No. What are you talking about?
I don't care what you are.
I love
You're
this.
Mine. Rise, my little bird.
Without hesitation, you're brought to your feet.
Whoa!
Break my.
And how are we supposed to do that? We don't even have a weapon. All you need to do is believe it's been done.
Oh. And what if I don't believe? What happens then? I have to. It's over. I'm sorry. Break her chain. Let's do
Her
it.
chains shatter, and the cuff falls from her wrist. She is loose, and the end is upon us.
What
Oh,
a
dang.
good disciple you are. Come, it's time for us to leave.
Okay. Yeah, let's take her hand. It's fine. Got the obedient servant. Not server. Servant achievement. But you do not take her hand, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory
She's gone.
returns.
Where does she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here?
Okay, of course you're scared. This is not the end of the year. It's gonna be okay. Let's approach the mirror.
This. I don't want to look at.
Voices kneel. Feel small, distant as you approach. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. The decay. You're withered. Oh yeah, I'm like dripping. Interesting. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Hi. Whoa. You are at the cabin. Approach her.
I am a growing
Different.
chorus of contradiction, a mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something
The art
new.
in this is, I
And to
love
look
this.
away
This
is
is
to
beautiful.
reshape them
Great
again.
job, Debs. Great job.
All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
Okay. You can't be a contradiction. Contradictions don't exist. How can you stand to be a contradiction? It doesn't matter how many times I go back, at least one of us always hurts the other. Doesn't that change you? Doesn't that make you worse? What do you think of this vessel? I'm still planning to kill you once we're done. You know that at the end of this, once you're finished, I'm going to kill you, right? Do you happen to know what happens when we leave, to the worlds we leave behind? Let's
And yet
talk
my
to her with the new
waters
stuff.
flow and my streets bustle. There are no words that can describe me into non-existence. There is no logic that can bind my multitudes. I am everything that you have known me to be, but I am also none of it.
Okay. How can you stand to be a contradiction?
As easily as you can stand to be you. You are like me, even if you have chosen not to look at the corners of you that do not fit. Even if you have chosen to ignore the brilliant contours of your soul.
Okay. Yeah, let's talk about
It
the hurting.
changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me?
If anything, it makes me like you more. I don't know what that says about me. No, not really. It all seems so distant as soon as I'm near you. I have no opinion, no way, one way or another. I want it all to stop. Yes, you're torturing me and I hate it, and I think I hate you. Let's go with the makes me like you more.
It says that your heart is gentle, that even in the darkness you are guided by compassion.
Thanks. What do you think of this vessel? Yeah.
This one is dominance, a figure
Ooh.
capable of bending everything to her will.
That makes sense for that
She will
form that
make
she
for
was.
a terrifying and divine heart. Do not mourn her, for she would not be able to mourn you.
Still planning to kill you, you know, at the end. Do you know what happens when we leave worlds? I
My
forget if I asked her that.
perspectives are shadowed. You have seen what I have seen, just as I have seen what you have seen. The angles of my vantage do not offer me hidden truths, and my attention is turned inward, except when you are here with me.
Okay.
Perhaps this will change when our work is done.
Perhaps. I don't think she has this
We will
info for me
know
still,
when we
but
near our destination.
okay. Okay. I mean, I think that I have attacked the entity and said I'd like to go back. I don't think I've destroyed the body. But do you still not care what I bring to you next?
I
Yeah, let's
care
go with
about your
that.
gifts, but I have no preferences to burden you with. Even if I did, I would never dare to tarnish our relationship by assuming myself above you.
Okay. I'm just debating, like, I care about your gifts, but I have no preferences to burden you with. Even if I did, I would never dare tarnish our relationship by assuming myself above you. So you don't have any preferences on how you'd like to change or grow. Yeah,
The
let's do that.
tides do not dictate where they are pulled. A river
Okay.
does not dictate its outlets.
Okay. I mean,
My gift to you
Ah.
is to let you choose your path, and my task is to treasure the gifts you bring me.
I'm just like, do we go with destroy your body? Do we destroy the body? Or does that, like, reset things, you know? Like, what? I don't know what to do, y'all. I'm about to just, like, be like, whatever, pick a random one, let's go. I guess let's destroy your body. You raise your will to end your life, but as it buries into the space your body should be, you feel nothing at all. One of the many hands in front of you reaches for it and gently touches the side of
There's
your face.
nowhere for you to be but here.
Oh. I guess we'll just say the other things to her, because maybe we should.
When all is said and done, then you may try.
Yeah, I think she's already, yeah.
I will be here when it is time for us
Everything
to meet
goes
again.
dark and you die. Chapter 1, back to it. So we got the
You're
dominant
on a
vessel.
path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. You're here to.
Trying to think if there's anything. I don't think I ever said the sweet. That's the spirit.
You make your way up the short. A warning before she will lie. We're not going to
I've
go
heard
through
that.
this, right? Ignore him.
Proceed.
The interior of the blade is.
Let's just let's take the blade. Let's go. Let's have some fun and
The door to
try
the
to do
base
some
of her
different
voice.
things in
Who's
speed.
there?
She said, "Don't let it." Good.
Yeah, let's not even
You're
talk.
still listening to reason. You walk down the stairs. She's so coldly beautiful. Focus on the task at hand.
Yeah, we've
And
done
there
that.
you are. Are you here to kill me or something? Then
Nuh-uh.
drop the knife.
We should. It'll go a long way to building trust. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster, but killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
Do we drop it or do we tighten the grip? Drop it, tighten the grip. Drop it, tighten the grip. Drop it, tighten the grip. Just trying to think of what way we want to go. Let's tighten the
You
grip.
ignore the trembling in your.
You poor thing. Your hands are
You step forward.
Yeah, we've done
I'm
that.
probably so. You should just drop it.
She's unarmed. I'm positive. I'm not. But we'll keep our eyes peeled. If she has a weapon, she'll have to draw it before she.
Hesitating. Why don't you drop the...
I mean, let's
Charge
try
the
this again.
princess. With the last bit of your will,
Okay.
you press.
Oh,
The two of you collapse on the.
somehow? I thought this would turn out a little differently. But I want... Do you really think that this was enough to stop me?
It's like she's convinced she. But you don't have time to worry over such things. Everything goes dark.
The razor. That's new. We got another new
You're on
one.
a path in the woods. You're here to slay her.
Yes.
Oh,
Okay, now-
don't you start grandstanding about morals. The fate of the world is at risk right now, and the life of a mere princess shouldn't stop you from saving us all. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
This whole thing's a crock of shit.
Cheat it.
She's just going to pull a knife out of nowhere and stab us again.
Stabbed to death? Well, you won't have to worry about that. The princess is unarmed.
Yeah, that's exactly what you told us last
Yeah,
time.
we
when
got
we
new
asked you
voice.
if you were sure she didn't have a weapon on her, you said you were positive she didn't. But it turns out
Positive.
she did, because when we charged her, she started stabbing us to death.
Calm
Dun,
down.
dun,
I assure you she
dun.
has no weapons, so there's no reason to fear her.
Okay, let's assume I'm telling the truth. Da-da-da. Let's proceed to
Oh,
the cabin
boy.
again.
She will lie.
He couldn't be more on the money. But we're really doing this, aren't we? I'd say you're lost, but I'm stuck here with you.
We know what to look out for this time. We know to be careful. Just stay focused.
Okay, let's proceed. Let's see what the cabin looks like this time.
The interior of the
Whoa!
cabin is a jagged mess of warped wood and broken
Oh,
boards.
man.
Their splintered edges as uninviting as shattered glass. The only furniture of note is a pointed table with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Whoa, okay.
The blade is your implement. You'll
Okay, do we just ignore the mirror this time?
Are
Let's
we
just
really
enter it.
doing this?
Once again, I'd like to remind you that she's up. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing what
Wow.
must once have been stairs. The fractured slats look as if they've been torn from their source and violently jammed into the wall.
Okay.
The air seeping up from below has an almost metallic quality to it, like the smell of fresh blood.
That's right, scraping. I told you she has something, I told you.
That sound could be anything.
Scraping's
it's probably
not
just her
great.
chains dragging across the floor. I am begging you to get out of your head. Her grating voice carries up the stairs.
I hope you've come to rescue me. I've been stuck down here forever.
Okay.
There is something so wrong with that.
Yeah, she thinks she's better than us, like she doesn't even have to put on an act this time.
How dare she?
As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view, her sharp
Whoa.
eyes following you from across the room. I wonder if she remembers us.
She absolutely does.
Finally, somebody! Quick, get me out of these chains. We're not safe here.
Come on now, we're not falling for that, are we? She's trying to trick us, but she can't hide that threatening edge to her voice. She just wants us to get close, to let our guard down.
Exactly. She sounds threatening because her mask is already slipping. She knows why you're here.
What are you waiting for? You
Yeah, her
are
voice
here
is
to
all
rescue
getting
me, right?
wild. If I come close to you, you're just gonna stab me, aren't you? Do you remember what happened last time? I know you have a knife. I'll let you out of here if you drop it. I'd like to trust you, but you're being so suspicious. Can we just talk through things? I don't have the key. I don't have a weapon. Isn't that a good sign of will? We killed each other last time. I'd rather not do that again. Look, I know you're mad at me, but I think we got bygones by bygones. What if we're both honest with each other? I was sent here to stop you from ending the world, and you slashed my throat. Nobody has to die. Okay, what are you going to do if I let you out? Okay, fine. I'm coming closer to free you. You'd better not try anything. Approach the princess. Turn and leave. I'll be right back. I left something upstairs. Go and retrieve the knife. I'm assuming we won't be able to just do that. I know you have a knife.
A knife? What are you talking about? I don't have a knife. Where would I keep a knife? And why would I stab you to death? I don't know you. You haven't given me a reason to stab you to death. It would be so silly of me to cut you open and look at your insides.
Okay, I could have sworn we didn't mention stabbing anyone to death.
Nope.
Sounds like she's really out for blood. Fortunately for you, she isn't armed.
Prove it then. Prove that you don't have a knife.
It would be so much easier to prove that I do have a sharp object. I could just show it to you. But I don't have one, so I can't.
The princess smiles as she pulls her hands from behind her back.
But look at this! Hands! Hands that don't have anything in them to stab you with!
Her smile stretches into an even wider grin as she shakes her sleeves.
And
Okay,
empty
that's funny.
sleeves, too! Look at how few stabbing implements I have. It's practically zero.
Practically zero isn't zero. What if you're just hiding it somewhere secret? If I come close to me, you're just gonna stab me, aren't you? Do you remember what happened last time? I'd like to trust you, but you're being so suspicious right now.
I've shown you all of my hiding spots. What kind of princess do you think I am? I would never hide something sharp somewhere secret. Wait, that sounds like I'm lying, but I'm actually not. My secret zones are for me, only they have nothing to do with you or my intention to not stab you to death the second you get close to me.
Her smile drops for a moment, her expression sharp and
I assure you, there's nothing hidden there.
Where?
I'm inclined to believe her on that one. She seems...
Of course, but that doesn't mean that she doesn't have something hidden somewhere. We know for a fact she's armed.
Remember what happened last time?
If somebody came into my house and tried to kill me and I cut his neck open and then he stabbed me in the heart and we both died looking in each other's eyes, well, surely I would remember that. But I don't remember it, so it must not have happened.
Last time? What are you talking...
Ugh, it's like the two of you are working together on this. Aren't you listening to her?
Yeah.
She's obviously...
I'm terrible at spotting lies, and even I can tell something's up here. Yes, something is obviously up, and we can all tell that she's lying. The thing she's lying about is how dangerous she is, not dimension hopping or time travel or whatever it is you think you're doing.
But if I come close to you, you're gonna stab me. But that's exactly what happened. So you do remember it.
Would I just lie? Would I just lie to your face and tell you a thing I remembered happening didn't happen just so I could stab you again?
Yes.
I mean, just so I could stab you for the first time.
Aha! She slipped up there. She said again, and her taking it back doesn't count.
Interesting.
Do you hear how deranged you sound right now? Please stop dawdling. This is only going to end with violence. Postponing the inevitable is only going to make it worse for you when it actually happens.
I don't have the key.
Oh, you don't? Okay, I see. I have an idea. You should come over here and stare directly at the chains. You won't be able to find a key if you don't know what it's supposed to look like, so you better come.
I have absolutely She's certainly... Just because she's acting like she's going to stab you doesn't mean she has the means to actually do it.
Ma'am?
But you know who has the capacity to quickly arm himself? You do. So stop second guess. But no. All the more reason to jump into the deep end and deal with her right now before you waste any...
No, you're mad at me. I think we should just both let bygones be bygones. I'll be right back. I left something upstairs.
Boring if you leave.
That's absurd. She doesn't get to be bored. Not in a way that matters. She's a prisoner. She's...
Ooh.
In a sudden burst of movement, the princess leaps towards you, a blade erupting from her free arm, her wrist limp and empty from the violent expulsion. How conciliatory of you. We appreciate it, really. Now what are we going to do? At least we're safe here. She's still in chains. And those chains stop her from continuing her advance. At least for a moment.
Yeah,
she
just
looks
for a
down
moment.
with something between annoyance and confusion, and then she slices through her arm.
How convenient.
Okay, maybe we aren't safe here. She doesn't even hesitate
Yeah,
before
her arm
darting
is
towards you with a
literally a blade.
terrifying speed you can't hope to. That won't stop us from trying. You sprint for the stairs, but I wasn't
Oh, no.
exaggerating when I said she was running at you with a terrifying speed you couldn't hope to outpace. We don't make it, do we? No. You feel her blade in your back before you make it to the first stair.
I'm going to kill you now.
Oh, wow.
With a squelch, she does just that. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Wow. We did a chapter 3. No way out.
You're on a path in the woods.
Wow.
No, fuck that. If we're gonna have to keep doing this over and over and over
Yeah,
again, we're not
we're making
starting in
progress.
the goddamn woods every time. We're starting in the fucking cabin.
In the fucking
What? The interior
cabin.
of the cabin
Wow.
is sharp. A constricting mess of curved and battered sheet metal pushing you towards... Wait, excuse me? What just happened? What did you just do? I feel dizzy. Oh ho ho ho!
I forget what
I
the...
guess I
It
took
was
this
the
to the
way
cabin,
out or
didn't
something
I?
like that.
Isn't
I just
that
realized I forget what the
interesting?
titles
Who holds the
is of this
cards
chapter.
now? Who cares about cards?
Voice
You're
of
acting like this is
Contrarian?
about winning and losing, while this is actually about having fun. How can you care about having fun at a
Oh my
time
gosh,
like
we got
this?
everybody.
There is someone or something out there pulling the strings, and we're all just puppets until we can figure out how to see them. But what if that someone is us, eh? Eh? Wouldn't that be? If we were the ones pulling the strings, I'm pretty sure we wouldn't have died twice already. Great, so obviously you've already been here. How many times? This is our third? No
Yes,
wonder
technically.
things have fallen apart. You do realise that every time you fail, she escapes and an entire world is damned to destruction. That can't be right, that's too much
Yeah.
responsibility.
It happens.
It's only too much responsibility if these worlds are real. Let's just stay focused, shall we?
I guess.
The only furniture of note is a bent metal table, a pristine blade perched. We take it. Okay, sure, you take the blade before letting me finish telling you it's there. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. And then, we throw it out the window. What? The blade is the only edge we have. We are not. Fortunately for the rest of you, and for me, and for the sake of the world,
Yes. That is horribly unfair. He shouldn't be allowed to just do things like that. You're the one who made us pick it up. See? You're not the only one who can figure out how to do things. What's done is done. I suggest you make the best of it. Oh, is this how things are going to be now? All of us vying over a single body? Fine. See this corner? It's mine. And I'd better not see any of you trying to invade my personal space. So, are you just going to stand there, or are you going to head to the basement like you're supposed to? I'd love to get started just as much as you would, but how are we supposed to get down there? You walk through the door. You do know what
There's no
doors
door,
are,
man.
right? There isn't a door, there's just that mirror. There isn't a mirror. You really messed things up, didn't you? It's like you can't even see reality. We can see our reality just fine. Why should we trust his?
Well, let's approach the mirror.
Make your way to the door at the end of the room, stopping just in front of it. You really must think you're looking at a mirror. Well, it doesn't exist. Just reach forward and open it. Let's just fumble for the handle and be done with it. I don't care what we look like. I care about getting to the end of this mess.
Yeah.
You reach forward and place your hand on the door to the basement. It creaks, and the mirror's gone. I can't say I was particularly invested in looking at it before, but now I really want to see what's in it. If it's so keen on hiding from us, whatever it has must be real good.
That's
It feels like
exactly
it's
how logic
hiding
works.
something from us. It's part of the big picture. I just know it. That's why it's being kept from us. Guess it's time for us to see her again. Just stay focused and you'll be fine.
Alrighty. Hey,
You step
princess.
forward,
Whoa.
and you don't get a chance to linger on the basement stairs.
It's a
They are
slide.
smooth and flat and metallic, an unintentional and unfortunately slippery ramp that quickly sends you skittering to the bottom.
Whee.
As your body tumbles onto the basement
princess.
landing, the form of the princess comes into view, Riley smiling at you from a distance.
Hi, it looks like you don't have a way out, so I'm not going to play dumb anymore. And you still don't have a weapon. That's funny! That's a joke! I'm going to kill you now.
Yes, that was extremely silly of whoever did that. Probably a bad idea. That was
Goddamn.
you. I know, I'm just trying to add some levity to this. Well, since all of this was your idea, how about you figure out how to get us out of it? Oh, guys like us don't get to make any decisions. You should know that. I decided to pick up that blade, and you decided to throw it out the window. I take it back. Having my own corner clearly isn't working because I can still hear you three yelling at each other. She's going to kill us again, you know? Especially if we keep fighting with ourselves. We need to get rid of our thoughts. Your
Oh,
internal
jeez.
bickering is cut
Oh,
short by the
no.
wet sound of slicing meat. From the princess's arms erupt twin blades glistening with her blood, the empty flesh of her arms flopping at her
What a
elbows
sight
like torn
to
sleeves.
see.
The chain clatters to the floor.
Well then.
You're going to make me walk over to you, aren't you?
Alright, I'm out of ideas.
We're fighting her, obviously. We're going to appeal to her authority, puff her up a bit. There's no reason we can't talk out of this. We're going to unconditionally surrender. I'm going to go with not letting her stab us. We can dodge, right? It's easy. I'm going to try to flirt with her. We're going to let her stab us. We're going to have a stiff upper lip about it. She can't hurt us if we don't let ourselves feel it. All of these ideas suck. Think of something else.
Can
Yeah.
we trust
Let's
someone who wants
appeal
us
to him.
dead? Exactly. I think she established that at some point between stabbing us to death and directly telling us just now that she was going to kill us. You were the one who asked for ideas. Fine. Talk our way out of this. Maybe that's the answer.
Okay, you know, I'm a big fan of winners, and you've got winner written all over you. How about we stop fighting and team up? I'll even let you be in charge. Look, both of us are stuck here against our will. What if we joined forces? Has anyone ever told you how good you are at stabbing things? Let's join forces.
Oh, for the love of... The princess stops for a moment, mulling over your deranged proposition.
Yeah.
Nah, not interested. And don't take it the wrong way. I think you're neat, but I'm having way too much fun to stop.
Is this
Oh,
what
no.
it's like dealing with me? Yeah, it is. You're the worst one of us. You know that, right? Don't
Dang.
rank us. The last thing we need is to be arguing with ourselves. But you never finish
no.
that argument before the princess closes the distance. She skewers you.
Oh
Ow.
no.
Wow. She is absolutely uncompromising, isn't she?
Opportunist.
I know it seems weird, but if anything, this makes me want her to like us even more.
Oh my
a new one
gosh.
of us. I thought that only happens when we die. Did we die? Nah. We'd know if we died. Right? You're on a... No, you're in a... Where the hell are you?
Yeah, wait, what?
Aren't we?
Aren't
We're
we?
dead. Dead. How long have we been dead? Have we been dead the whole time? Stop saying dead, all of you. We might have died a second ago, but right now we're extremely not dead. This is all horribly wrong. How many times have you been here? I
A
don't
bunch.
actually know how to answer that question. I think he means how many times have we died? Yes. That. Oh, I've lost count, to be honest.
I haven't. It's 4.
No wonder
4
everything's such a
deaths.
mess. This wasn't supposed to go past 1.
Whoa.
I wonder what you're going to do next. You're so full of ideas, and I love that.
But I guess we don't have time to talk about things before the princess. Okay, whatever we do gets us another us. Let's see how many
Oh,
we can
jeez.
stack. There's got to be a point where it makes us better than her.
Maybe.
Flawless idea, if you ask me. Such a go-getter attitude.
Come on, show me something new.
Okay. We're fighting her, obviously. We're going to unconditionally surrender. I'm not going to let her stab us. We can dodge, right? It's easy. Gonna try flirting. We're going to let her stab us. Step up her. Okay. Let's just try flirting. It doesn't work. She kills you again and again and again and again. Your memory blurs as your consciousness sleeps from life to life to life, holding only snippets of conflict that transpires.
Compliment her on those gleaming blades. There's nothing better than a capable woman.
Oh, yeah.
Excuse you.
You're cute.
Well, there's more of us. Let's see if that helps. We
Oh
just
my
have
gosh.
to hit her harder.
Voice of the stubborn.
More noise isn't helping. It's just making it harder to focus.
What's the point? It's all the same.
Hello,
She
broken.
skewers you.
Oh, don't give up on me just yet. You gotta keep going.
It doesn't matter how many times this takes. We can't give up. We don't even have a weapon. Yeah. Some clod threw it out the window. Again, that was you. No,
It's true.
I was just the clod who suggested it. And if I knew we'd be stuck here forever, I wouldn't have done that.
There.
Just keep dodging. Just keep dodging.
Hunt
Just
it.
keep dodging. She skewers you.
Welcome in,
What's
Hunted.
the point of avoiding me if you're not going to fight?
See? We lasted a little longer.
I think Cheetah was
There.
already here.
She's going to kill this
Cold.
body either way.
The cold.
So stop feeling what it skewers you.
Ooh.
We're getting close to something. Can't you feel it? Fine. One last. None of this is working.
The skeptic.
Think. Think. She skewers you.
Nice.
And then everything goes dark. And you die.
Nice. There's a chapter 4, The Empty Cup.
Your Honor, don't lose your head. We're in a cabin and we'll take it from here. No steel claw, though. Was tossing it the only thing we've done that was permanent? That's a sick joke, Universe. A sick, sick joke. If it's gone for good, then maybe we never actually needed it. That's what I've been telling you all. We can do this
Oh my
without
gosh,
it.
what a-
We're tougher than steel.
What an inner battle.
Point of the matter. Who needs violence when you have love?
Very
Who needs
true.
love when you've mastered yourself?
Whoa.
Who needs anything when we don't matter?
Well, boys, are we ready? There are entirely
This
too
is
many.
making
of
me
you.
wanna
How many
go
times have you
read.
been here? This isn't good.
This
is
story
How about
is
you
just
stick to describing
thrilling.
things, and we'll see. Yeah. Leave it to the pros. Narrator.
Leave it to the pros.
Fine
Oops,
by
I did
me.
not mean to click that.
You walk to the door and onto the basement stairs. Only fine. I'll just shut up then and speed this whole thing. Are you sure you don't want me to describe the stairs, or this room, or anything? It feels like I'm hardly up. Don't care. Just want to see how this ends.
Nice.
Fine.
Oh,
Make
look
your way
at her.
to the basement, where the princess awaits you.
Hey,
You
princess.
know, this last time I killed you, and you didn't pop right back up again? I
We
thought
worried?
I'd actually done it. I thought I'd cut you into so many pieces you just weren't able to stitch yourself back together. But I guess we're not done. That's okay with me. It's good even. I like that. I got something ready for you while you were gone. Do you want to see it?
Yes.
I'm not going to wait for an answer. I'm just gonna show you. It's worth it though. Just you wait. And not for very long, because I'm going to do it right now.
Are you going to say what she does? Do you want me to talk now? Well, yeah, she says she has something new. I want to hear about the new thing.
Yeah, I wanted to.
I think I speak for all of us when I say that I would like to hear you describe her new thing. Really? Okay then.
Yeah.
Here we go. Now.
The princess's
Whoa!
skin twists,
Whoa!
splitting into
Whoa!
red blooms of raw meat as it stretches and tears. And then it erupts. She becomes a
Whoa!
wave of blood and viscera, pieces of her splattering against the
Whoa!
walls. All that remains in the center of the room is a skeleton of blades.
Excuse me?
A heart beats furiously in its cage of a chest.
Are you ready for what comes next?
Holy shit! She's gorgeous.
Absolutely divine. Yes, behold, the perfect woman.
Do you think
Yeah.
we can throw her out the window?
That'd be
looked
great.
Painful. How is she still alive? Heart's still beating. That's all she needs. This is
Ooh.
fake. This is all fake. That's all just made up. I'd say we bow down to her right now if that ever even slightly worked for us.
This is all just a sick joke. I hate existing.
We're screwed. I quit. I'm done. Forget it.
This
All right,
is all
sir?
just-
Jeez, yeah, empty it.
It's so quiet.
Him too, nice.
Something feels different about you. It almost makes me feel different. Like I should actually take this seriously for once.
Yeah, take it seriously, girl. You do not act as the princess approaches, instead allowing her to crash against your form, and yet there is seemingly nothing for her to crash against. Oh, and again she swings at you, but there never really was a you to
This
swing
worked
at.
before. I was able to make you dead before.
Whoa! Oh, that made me jump a little. Whew! She swings again, and this time she hits something, or something hits her. She looks down in a confused terror as her arm bends and folds in upon itself.
Did you do that? It's funny if you did. You're nothing. You've done nothing to me, and I've done so much to you, and that's who we are. But it's like you're nothing now. You can't be nothing. If you're nothing, then what am I? Am I nothing too?
You're nothing.
No, I'm the one who hurts you.
She hurls herself at you, but as she does, her metal body bends outward, the very contact with what you are repelling her to the point of destruction. The formless, shapeless achievement. The din of shrieking metal subsides and something small and delicate falls into your hand. It's her heart. It beats gently, calmly in your palm. Oh. Okay, you can have that. Not another word is spoken. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns. Approach the mirror. You do so. Let's look at ourselves. Silence as you reach towards the glass. It's time for you to see what's in it. The remains. You're unraveled. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. Okay. Whoa, you're at the cabin. Approach her.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. We're supposed to be there. Do you know what we'll find out there?
Is that a rhetorical question? Do you know? Do you want to tell me? Yeah, let's just go with that.
Rhetorical. I am not rhetorical. I have only known these spaces, and I have known flickers of the lives you've brought me. Short and violent and full of passion. But all of those flickers end where the long quiet begins. I'm asking you because I cannot know your mind. Do you know what we'll find out there?
There's trees and stars, and there are people. I think at least there are supposed to be people. Yeah, I actually
There's
like
a
that.
warmth and sadness in me at the thought of people. Fresh tears on a winter's day. They are not like us. They do not last.
No. Do you think that anything is real out there? Do you think that we're real?
We are real. Nothing is an idea that dwells in the absence of something. But nothing cannot exist on its own.
Oh, and because of that, nothing can exist. My bad, I clicked a little early. Do you have thoughts on this vessel? Yeah, let's see what
This one is sharp and single-minded. She is cruelty, but she is also joy. She will make for an indomitable heart. Do not mourn her. She is exactly where she needs to be.
Okay. Do you know what happens when you awaken?
If I did, I would already be awake.
Okay. When you send me back, I'm not alone. There are voices that speak to me. Some of them are me, but one of them is something else. I call him the narrator, and he wants me to kill you. Do you have a narrator? Have the vessels had one? Yeah, actually, that's a
No.
good question.
Their thoughts are quiet. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond?
He does. I don't know why, but I know this for a fact.
I
Yeah.
am on the cusp of
I should have read the other ones, but
Perhaps
fine.
you are on the cusp of yours.
how many more vessels do I need to bring you?
One.
Oh,
Whatever you bring me next will be enough, and then gravity will pull the others back to me. I will be singular, a final multitude.
okay, so we need one more form. If this is the last time, is there anything you would like me to bring you?
These gifts are a conversation, and each one shows me the contours of your heart. The only thing I want to see is what you choose for me when the thread is fully drawn.
Okay. Yeah, how about I'll
You've
just say I'm
already
gonna stay.
tried waiting, but I understand if you need more time. I'll wait with.
Yeah, let's wait.
I will see you when you return. What textures will you weave for yourself to occupy forever? Will you place the images of you and I into a box for safekeeping? If you close that box, will you become another you in another world? An imaginary pattern repeating itself until it can no longer bear the weight of its hand-drawn cage. You'll always come back to the box, because you'll always want to know what it means to be you. I will be here waiting by your side until you're ready to return to mine.
Okay. Oh. The game just closed on me. I'm gonna reopen it and
You have returned to me, though you were gone mere moments.
what?
I never left your side.
That scared me. Oh jeez. It's just your will cuts across the entity in front of you, but nothing happens.
My roots burrow in an ocean beyond your sight. We cannot harm each other as we are now.
Okay. Alright,
The
I'll go
next
back.
time I see you,
See ya.
each of us will finally know what we are. I will be here, waiting for you.
Okay. Everything goes dark and you die. And then we're back to chapter 1, a beating vessel we got for an achievement.
You're on a path in the woods.
Alrighty, let's save. So that was really, really cool. I did not know a chapter 4 was possible. I thought I had only seen up to a chapter 3. Like, I only kind of quickly glanced, like, and I was like, that's the highest number I see, whatever. So that was a really cool surprise. Also, her form just kind of spiraling like that, and the heart becoming readily available, and then the entity having now just the heart, and that we only need one more part. Like, crazy. I am so excited to explore more. I guess we're almost technically done with the story. Let me know if I'm right or wrong in the comments. That's fine. Like, I know that there's probably a billion more endings because there's like 90 something achievements, and we only have, I'm gonna look, we only have 15 out of 97 achievements. So yeah, I feel like we got a ways to go for total completionist, but story-wise, I feel like we're near the end. But either way, again, thanks y'all who suggested this. I am glad I decided to snag that off my wish list finally. We should be returning to Rusty Lake soon-ish. I'm also looking at a few other indie titles too. Always here for some input though for other games y'all would like to see me play. I really love the indie puzzle stuff, especially to play on here, but I am up for anything and everything. And yeah, so I will see y'all next time. And have a wonderful day, afternoon, evening, whatever time it is in the world where you are when you are watching this. And I'll see y'all later. Don't forget to join the Discord, and don't forget to slay all of the princesses and slay the narrator, because we don't trust him still. Who is this narrator guy anyways? Bye!